This is a brief examination of a trope found within science fiction, that of the ancient, crashed alien spacecraft. Note that I will not be including plots that involve recently crashed alien vessels. Here I will be talking only about long, sedentary craft that are eventually discovered. So what does the trope consist of? I would propose the following points. Number 1. A long time ago, an alien spaceship crashes somewhere on Earth. Number 2. The reasons for this are usually unknown at the start. Number 3. Our characters either find the wreck or are tasked with its investigation. Number 4. Their mission is usually to determine what the object is, why it crashed, and does it have any useful properties or items within it that can be acquired. Number 5. Either the aliens are awoken and are less than friendly, or the same disaster that brought the ship down is now experienced by the discoverers, the trespassers. Number 6. The aftermath, which is usually that the craft is either lost, or quarantined, or escapes in some way. There are exceptions to these, but we will examine these in turn. So, the oldest major expression of this concept that I can find is in the film The Thing from Another World. A crashed UFO is found in the ice of the Arctic, and the team try to uncover the object by using thermite explosives that inadvertently destroy the craft. However, an original occupant of the craft is found in a block of ice and is revived, which turns out to be a ravenous humanoid plant monster that instantly starts attacking people. This movie, of course, formed the base for a loose remake in 1981, that being John Carpenter's The Thing, both being based on the same novel, in fact, Who Goes There? The 1981 movie added an extra layer to the discovery aspect of the trope, in that one base discovers the crashed craft in the ice, uncovers it, becomes overwhelmed by the creature that they find. Our characters in a local nearby base come across the fallen base, and after that, the trouble repeats itself. Interestingly, in The Thing, the craft is left alone, and its ultimate fate is unknown. However, in the prequel, we actually get to see the inside of the vehicle. Now, to me, the purest expression of this trope can be seen in an old 1960s British movie called Quatermass and the Pit, which in itself was an adaptation of a TV episode of the same name. Here, a crashed spacecraft is discovered during a dig to extend the London Underground. And a major theme of the story, interestingly, is the reluctance of many characters to actually believe that the object is of ancient extraterrestrial origin, even after the mummified remains of the alien crew are extracted. And furthermore, the spacecraft is not a dead object, but rather contains a strange, dormant, malevolent energy that has been affecting the surface for centuries. And this is found by a study of the long history of the area, which exposes ghost sightings and other paranormal activities associated with the site, as and when the site is disturbed by heavy vibrations, tree felling, and World War II bombing, for example. This energy grows out of control and eventually activates an ancient genetic purge program within the population, as we find out that the aliens, who are from Mars, had been meddling in human genetics millions of years before. This purge impulse being a fetish of their own nature, which they installed into humans. Again, we never learn of the ultimate fate of the craft and its technology after this. The trope can be seen in slightly more abstract forms. For example, in the film 2001: A Space Odyssey, it is not a crashed alien ship that is found, in this case on the moon, but a piece of advanced technology that seems to have been deliberately emplaced in and around the crater Tycho. Once it is disturbed, it sends a radio signal towards Jupiter, which causes the commission of a mission there to investigate this. In Alien, for example, the ship is active and its signal draws the characters towards the derelict, the ship not being buried but rather on an unexplored moon. The craft having actually sent a warning signal to passers-by to stay away. Another similar variant could be where an alien base or other structure built on Earth by aliens in the past is discovered. In the film Alien vs. Predator, an ancient predator hunting complex in the form of a self-restructuring pyramid is found, exciting the scientists who, when they go in, they bring about disaster upon themselves, and ultimately this relic is destroyed via a self-destructive device. Another interesting variant seen in the 1998 film Sphere, where an unknown craft is found at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. The twist here is that the craft turns out not to be an alien spacecraft, but a man-made spacecraft from the future, which inadvertently traveled back in time after falling into a black hole. However, whilst the ship was out in deep space, it discovered an alien probe, and it is this object that transfixed the crew with the ability to manifest their unconscious fears after they've entered and merged with it. Another very clear demonstration of this trope, to me at least, is found in the late 90s TV series Tommyknockers, which itself was an adaptation of the Stephen King novel of the same name. In this we have all the classic elements of a crashed alien spaceship which isn't quite dead, which is inadvertently activated by the locals, which then begins to exert an evil influence upon the residents, and the craft is eventually reactivated and destroyed for the good of all by one of the locals. Though it isn't all doom and gloom, there is actually a positive version of this trope in the British children's TV show Aquila, where two kids find an ancient alien escape pod which had actually been originally discovered in Roman times, which they rediscover, and they learn to pilot this craft and have many interesting adventures thereafter. So, in conclusion, what I think is interesting is that the notion of the crashed alien spacecraft is very similar to the older horror trope of the haunted tomb, in that it lures people in with the promise of some kind of treasure or reward, but at the same time constitutes a forbidden place where you're not supposed to go. And both contain aspects of an otherworldly force or supernatural power that we don't understand. With the tomb, it's usually paranormal spirits, and with the alien spacecraft, it's technology beyond our comprehension. Both have the allure of gold, literal gold, or the metaphorical scientific rewards and technological advances that an extraterrestrial spacecraft could impart on humankind. It also goes deeper, I think, into the drive of curiosity, clashing with the survival instinct of not walking into an unknown environment. It's the tension between we want to find out what's inside the craft with we don't want to stick our heads into a dangerous situation. The classic Pandora's box. When confronted with the unknown, should we open it for potential reward, or will curiosity kill the cat?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It's a small thing, but it really helps us out. Also, if you'd like to help us in a one-off and easy way, you can buy us a coffee at the link below. Thank you.